What is going on, true believers? Welcome to a deep dive into the Bittensor subnet investment. Today, we're exploring how investing in Bittensor subnets mirrors the explosive opportunities at the dawn of the internet. If you've ever wondered about the next big thing in AI and blockchain, stick around. This could be it. We'll break down the parallels between today's AI giants and early internet leaders, why Bittensor subnets are like hidden gems, and some key resources to get you started. So let's jump in. First, let's set the stage by looking at valuations. Right now, leading AI companies are commanding valuations that echo the sky-high figures of early internet pioneers during the dot-com era. Think about this. Back in the late 90s, companies like Yahoo, AOL were valued in the billions of dollars almost overnight. Yahoo's IPO in 1996 saw its stock pop 150% on the first day, and at the peak of the bubble, the total market tied to internet companies contributed to trillions in speculative worth before the crash wiped out about 1.75 trillion. Other early internet standouts included Amazon, Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft, which started small but grew into titans. Fast forward to today, and AI leaders are in a similar frenzy. OpenAI is valued around $300 billion, with the potential to rise towards $500 billion. Anthropic, the company behind Claude, sits at $61.5 billion, with talk of reaching $170 billion. xAI, which is backed by Elon Musk, and Grok has an undisclosed valuation, but you know how important it is to the X platform. And while Google's DeepMind operates within a $2 trillion parent Alphabet, there's other opportunities for it to increase the value from $2 trillion for Google. That's crazy. Other notables include Mistral AI, which is at $6.2 billion and is eyeing about a $10 billion. Cohere at $5.5 billion. Inflection AI, which is at $4 billion valuation. Stability AI at a $1 billion valuation, and Perplexity AI and Runway, which have undisclosed valuations. Nvidia boasts a massive market cap driven by AI chips. The collective value of AI unicorns, which are private companies worth $1 billion or more, now stands at about $2.7 trillion. These numbers aren't just big, they're reminiscent of how early internet companies captured imaginations and capital with promises of transforming the world. AI is the biggest tech wave since the internet, set to transform every industry from finance to healthcare to entertainment. Tools like OpenAI, ChatGPT reached 100 million users in just 2 months, faster than any product in history. And this is just the beginning. Both eras featured hype around revolutionary technology, rapid adoption, and valuations that outpaced traditional metrics like revenue multiples. But just as the internet eventually delivered massive returns for those who invested wisely, AI, and specifically decentralized AIs like Bittensor, could do the same thing. Now let's draw the comparisons. Investing in today's leading AI companies is a bit like buying into established internet giants after they've already matured. Sure, companies like Nvidia or Microsoft with its OpenAI stake are safe bets with proven revenue streams and global reach, much like Google or Amazon today. But here's the catch. Normal investors can't directly invest in many leading AI companies like OpenAI or Anthropic. Access is limited to insiders, venture capital, big institutions. If you want the kind of asymmetric upside that early internet investors saw, think snapping up shares of the nascent dot-com startups like Google and Facebook before they became household names. Then Bittensor subnets are where the action is. Bittensor is a decentralized AI network powered by its native token called TAO, T-A-O. It operates through specialized subnets, which are like mini networks or marketplaces focused on specific AI tasks. These subnets host miners who provide AI services like generating text or images, and validators who ensure quality, also incentivized by TAO rewards. Investing in a subnet means staking TAO or even buying subnet specific tokens, betting on its growth as more users and developers flock to it. It's like investing in early internet protocols or niche sites before broadband exploded. Subnets are early stage innovations that happen here. You don't even see yet, but they have the potential for exponential growth as decentralized AI starts to take off, just as early web companies did when the internet went mainstream. But if the subnets are so promising, why aren't their valuations sky high already? Several factors are keeping this grounded. For now, first, Bittensor is still in its nascent phase. Launched in 2021, the network is building momentum. But adoption requires technical know-how, like setting up wallets, understanding staking mechanics, which create friction for mainstream investors. Hardly anyone outside of crypto and AI circles knows they exist. Plus, they're crypto native, they're not USD based. So AI agents in the future won't be using dollars, euros, or pounds to pay each other. They'll be using crypto, they'll be using stablecoins. The entire Bittensor ecosystem is built on this principle, meaning subnet tokens don't trade on traditional stock markets. You can't just log into your Charles Schwab or your Robinhood account or your Hargreaves Lansdowne account and click buy. You need a crypto exchange like Kraken or MEXC. It's not complicated, but unless you're already familiar with crypto, most people don't know where to start. And that means they risk missing out on this AI wave entirely. Many subnet tokens have low liquidity and small floating supplies, often just 5 or 6% of total tokens, leading to incredible volatility, but also undervaluation when you factor in emissions and mining dilution. Metrics like fully diluted value are often criticized as flawed for subnets because they don't capture real utility or long-term potential. Plus, the decentralized nature means regulatory uncertainties loom and not all subnets succeed. Poor performers can lose stake in emissions, weeding out the weak ones. Barriers like needing a native Bittensor wallet and TAO to access subnet tokens further slow the inflows. As one analyst once put it, good subnets attract more stake naturally, but the ecosystem's complexity keeps valuations suppressed compared to centralized AI. This is similar to early internet companies which traded at modest levels before user growth exploded. In short, subnets are undervalued because the market hasn't fully woken up to decentralized AI's potential yet, creating a prime entry point for the savvy investor, you. To illustrate the diversity and excitement, let's highlight a few standout Bittensor subnets. There are now over 118 active ones, each tackling a unique AI challenge. These are independent AI startups building real products and services, attracting world-class AI talent, growing fast, and shipping at a pace big tech cannot match. For example, Score focuses on video intelligence, Shoots on large-scale infrastructure, Bitcast on creator and marketing platforms, Metanova on breakthrough drug discoveries. Other promising ones include Synth, Ready AI, Ridges, and Dippy. And it's not just startups. There are specialist treasury companies like TAO X, TAO, Oblong, and Cefello actively deploying millions of dollars worth of capital across the network. That tells you there's already serious money at work inside Bittensor. All of these coexist under one umbrella, the Bittensor ecosystem, an open, crypto-powered network connecting and rewarding the world's AI. Whether you've got $1 or $1 million, you can get exposure to these AI projects at the ground floor, unlike the closed world of Silicon Valley. If you're eager to dive deeper, there are plenty of useful resources for learning about Bittensor. Most of the information about subnet lives in technical spaces, Web3 developers and AI engineers talking shop. For non-techies, it can be a wall of jargon with very little that's easy to digest. Start with the official Bittensor documents at bittensor.com, which covers everything from setup guides to advanced concepts. For beginner-friendly breakdowns, head to learnbittensor.org. They offer simple tutorials, articles, and explanation on subnets, staking, and the TAO economics. TAOstats.io is great for real-time data or subnet emissions, ownership, and performance. If you prefer video content, YouTube has channels like the official Bittensor one or community creators explaining subnets in depth. And for a curated list, check out the awesome Bittensor repo on GitHub, which compiles tools, apps, and more. Other solid resources include subnetalpha.ai, Bittensor Guru, the TAO Pool Pod, Adventura Labs, and Mark Jeffrey. One standout resource highly recommended is the Revenue Search podcast, hosted by the team at DSV Fund. This podcast is a goldmine for anyone serious about Bittensor. It's different because it features two investors interviewing subnet founders to uncover what problems they're solving, how they're building, and how much revenue they're generating. It's kind of insight you'd get if you could watch a 30-minute interview with Jeff Bezos or Larry Page in the late 90s, before Amazon or Google took over the world. Hosts Mark Caesar and Siam Kidd dive deep into subnets, asking the tough questions to help you evaluate which ones are worth your time and money. They've covered dozens of episodes, and it's available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more, making it easy to listen while you research. Speaking of DSV, let's talk about who they are. DSV is the first regulated hedge fund dedicated exclusively to Bittensor. They focus on allocating capital to decentralized AI infrastructure and early stage subnets, aiming to outperform Bitcoin through conviction-led bets on high potential projects. As a Bittensor subnet hedge fund, they provide professional investment strategies in this space, helping bridge traditional finance with crypto AI. They position themselves as the gateway to curated subnet exposure. With a strong track record and network access, they've already deployed over $3 million into the Bittensor ecosystem, speaking directly to founders, analyzing tokenomics, and negotiating early deals that most investors will never see. With the first Bittensor halving coming this December and hundreds of millions in institutional capital expected to flow in over the coming months, the timing has never been more critical. DSV is fully regulated and open only to professional or well-informed investors. If that sounds intriguing, there's a link to DSV in the video description down below. Head to rebrand.ly/DSV_hedge fund to learn more and explore investment options. In wrapping it up, Bittensor subnets represent a frontier in AI investing, much like the early internet did for tech, with valuations poised for growth, diverse applications, and resources like the Revenue Search podcast to guide you. Now is the time to explore. Remember, do your own research. Check the DSV link in the description down below. Thank you for watching or listening, and stay tuned for more on decentralized tech. This is not financial advice, but I'm always right.